Well, hello everybody. This is Dr. Dick from Columbus, Ohio, and you're listening to our CTFO Rockstar Team Training for January the 5th, 2020. Happy New Year to everybody. If you're new, CTFO was founded by these three guys that you can see on your screen if you're watching online. Their names are Steve and Stuart Finger, two brothers, and Michael Kahn. I've known Stuart and Michael for more than 10 years, and I met Steve about 6 months ago. These are three of the finest people you'll ever know. They are paid as distributors, just like you and me. They do not receive corporate bonuses or salaries. Well, we made a little progress this week. It was another slow week, holiday week, of course. But we did sign up 225 new members. 16 of those came in for free by mail. Our 31-day TSV as of this morning, team sales volume, for those who are new, $77,932. As near as I can figure, we sold somewhere between $750,000 and $1 million in 2019. That's a pretty good year. We still don't have weekly TSV numbers, and I understand the frustration with reports. I think the IT staff took the holidays off, and that's fine. Everybody deserves some time off, but hopefully they'll be back on the job on Monday and we'll see things start to happen. As of today, we have 33,877 members in our group. I know a lot of them joined and never did anything, and some of them joined and quit and all that. But the more members we have, the more people who are going to be buying product and spreading the word. Postal Profit System report. Sorry, I got a little cough this morning. We mailed out 11 info packs. There's another mass mailing that should be going out any day now. Now that Jay Peters finally got settled in Nevada, he moved over the holidays. We had 5 auto ship signups. Most of those came from follow-up letters, by the way. And we sent out another 114 follow-up letters. Well, yes, it was another slow week. You can expect that. I'm sorry, I'm really having trouble here. Let me get a drink of water. All right. You can expect slow weeks over the holidays. It's normal. We are back in the saddle effectively today. Really, people are coming back home from wherever they went. Kids are going back to school and all that kind of stuff. My wife has recovered nicely from her knee surgery, and she is planning to go back to work tomorrow. Let's hope that goes well. But things are really going to start picking up this week. A repeat, I am sending out now 2 free keto creamer samples with every leads order. That's not with the 250 free cards and names, only with people who actually pay for leads. And they get free cards, and now they're getting a couple of free keto creamer samples. I got my keto creamer sample mailers in a couple of days ago, so I'm using those to put those samples in. I will work on the January newsletter this week. I have another Postal Profit System project going on today. Even though I don't have all the information I want for the newsletter, I will go ahead and put it together this week. So the burning question today and the first Sunday of 2020 is, where are you going to be on January the 5th, 2021? If you take action, you can be a lot further along in life. If you don't do anything, you're going to be right where you are right now, if not worse off. And so it's important to understand what you need to be doing in the next few months so that your life will be completely different on January the 5th, 2021. I want to talk a little bit about marketing funnels, okay? Again, if you're watching, you see this diagram of a marketing funnel. People go in at the top, people who are leads, if you will, and they are made aware of the business. At some point, they show interest. In our case, they usually show interest by joining for free, and then they turn into real prospects, people who may actually want to pick up the ball and run, buy product, build a business. Well, basically, you make people aware of your business by advertising. That's when we talk about advertising. That includes, mailing postcards or flyers or postal profit system invitation letters or advertising online or just talking to people. That's advertising. Well, when they sign up for free, all right, they've shown interest. They're not really prospects yet. They're just suspects, okay? And then when you follow up with them by mail, email, or phone, or all three, you are able to kindle some desire in them to change their lives with our products and with our pay plan. And then once they begin to take action, they become builders. That's how a marketing funnel works. All of our mailing systems are designed to do that. The other ways that people advertise are designed to do all of these things. But here's the thing, if you want more people to come out at the bottom as builders, customers, active members, you got to put more people in at the top, because it is a funnel, all right? It sorts and winnows out those who are maybe not interested or don't want to do anything or that kind of stuff, and you're looking for the people who emerge at the bottom. Well, I do want to remind you there will be calls this week. The CTFO corporate webinar will happen at 9 p.m. Eastern this Tuesday night. You can go to ctfowebinar.com at the appointed time, or you can join by phone by calling 669-900-6833. You should always take 20 minutes. That's about how long this thing lasts. And listen in or watch or do whatever, because there's always something happening at CTFO. If you want to stay informed, you need to be on that webinar. Also, Mike Swilling's Legacy Team call is at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. Mike will be having a call this week. That number, 319-527-2973. No access code is required. If you're building by word of mouth, Mike is the guy you want to listen to. He's my personal sponsor. I've known Mike for probably 15 years. He's one of the best. You want to listen to him. Well, how do you build a business anyway? We talked about a little bit about this with the funnel, but basically there are only three things you need to do. One, be an active member. You must be a product of your own products. You can qualify for the entire pay plan as far as product purchases are concerned, by buying one out of 150 products yourself. If you buy one, if you are just on automatic monthly auto ship for any one $47.47 or higher product, you'll always be active. You want to be active because that qualifies you for more pay. Some suggestions: 300 milligram CBD oil, the 10X Pure vitamins, Super 7, all of those $47. My auto ship is Super 7, and my wife's auto ship is about to become the vitamins. And everything else I buy under her and get paid for it, okay? You should be doing the same thing. Number 2, advertise your business. We talked about that before. There are various ways you can advertise: by mail, online, by word of mouth, by running print ads. Any of those things work to some extent. Pick the one that you like the best and advertise your business, because your objective is to bring in new members. You get paid when you bring in people who buy product. So you got to bring them in before they can buy product, right? Number 3, follow up with your new members. Again, I talked about that on the marketing funnel. A lot of times, now the company is, I understand it, sending out emails when you get a new member. So you should get an email with that person's name, mailing address, phone number, and email. However, 95% of emails or more go unopened. In some cases, they end up in a spam folder or whatever, but people don't see emails. So if you just mass email people, you might be doing a very good job of follow-up. If you call them on the phone, if you're lucky, you'll get their voicemail. People don't answer their phone anymore. Why? Spam calls. Hopefully the Congress is doing something about that. My congressman tells me they passed some law that's going to force the phone companies to verify that the phone number is on, that you see when somebody calls you is the actual phone number that they're calling from. We'll see. I remember the do not call list. That didn't work very well either. So the best way, I think, to follow up with new members is to send them a welcome letter. We have a welcome letter that I wrote and can personalize for you. Just shoot me an email, say, tell me your name, your username, and your ID, so I get the right person, and I will send you by return email a PDF of that welcome letter, and you can print it out and use it as much as you want. You should be mailing a copy of that letter to every new member who joins under you. Just rinse and repeat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. When you follow up, your objective is to get those people to do number 1 and number 2, and just keep rolling that system over and over again till you've got at least 7 levels of active members. And if you do that, you'll be making lots of money. Why do I use direct mail? Well, first of all, it lets you and your team members approach people you don't know. Quite often people say, well, I've talked to everybody I know. They all said no. They're not interested or whatever. How do I find more people? Well, a great way to find more people is to use direct mail. Because you're mailing to people who are on lists, who have at least expressed some desire to have a home business. Of course, you should always contact your warm market first and then expand to the cold market. The cold market is people you don't know. Warm market is people you do know. You can enroll your family members. You can enroll your spouse, your adult children, your mother, your father, sisters and brothers, your cousins, your aunts and uncles. Talk to all those people, enroll them, sign them up for free. Some of them will just want to buy products. Some of them will never do anything. And some of them will want to build with you and will want to be mailers just like you. The third reason I use direct mail is anybody can mail a letter or a postcard with absolutely no training. I mean, we do have instructions when we send out postcards on how to get the postcard ready for mailing, and some people seem to have trouble even following those instructions, but most people do just fine with them. You put a stamp on the card, you put a label on the card, you write your ID, preferably in the blank space by the website URL, and boom, you're in business. You put that postcard in the mail. Quick, simple, easy. Anybody can do it. We have people in our industry who spend a lot of time and energy training people how to talk to people, how to do phone calls, how to do all this kind of stuff, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I like about mail is I don't have to train people a whole lot. Anybody can do it. A child can do it. All right. Direct mail is also duplicatable because there's almost no training required. It's easy to duplicate. And what that means is it builds on leverage, the work of other people. All right? What you want to do, your objective when you use a direct mail system is you want to create more mailers who are mailing with you. That's what gives you leverage. Does it work? Well, it works for everybody except those who quit mailing. Mailing is a form of advertising. You will notice that McDonald's, Pizza Hut, all those places advertise every single day. You need to advertise on a regular basis. So if you're mailing postcards, you need to mail out a certain number of postcards every week. If you're mailing Postal Profit System letters, you need to mail out a certain number of those every month. All right? It's not a one-time thing. It's not a get 250 cards, throw them in the mail, and see if any of them stick. Determine what your advertising budget is, okay, and use that to decide how many postcards or letters or whatever you can mail out every week or every month. Stick to your budget, okay? Don't go over, don't go under. Just be consistent. That's what makes mail work. All right, well, I do have a little story this week for you. Way back when I was in my first company, my brother Bob, as you know, recently passed away, was my sponsor, and I had actually, in spite of the crazy way we had getting people to meetings and all of that, I had actually signed up a few people. And I was having some challenges getting them to do anything, of course, like most people do. And then they started quitting on me. And so I talked to Bob's sponsor, a guy named Fred, and I said, Fred, you know, what am I going to do? I said, I signed up these people and now they're quitting. And Fred said some words to me that I will never forget. He said, well, Dick, he said, you got to sign them up faster than they can quit. Now, some people would take issue with that is that, if you got that many people quitting, they should wonder why anybody is doing this at all. But I think the answer is, as we showed you in the marketing funnel, certain number of people are going to come into the funnel, but a lot of them are going to drop by the wayside as you go down the funnel. You're looking for the few, the proud, the brave, just like the Marines. You're looking for people who are dead serious about changing their lives. Not everybody is, and that's okay. But the fact is, at some point, you got to separate the sheep from the goats, so to speak, to use an old biblical analogy. So sign them up faster than they can quit. You do that by doing a lot of advertising. Have a fantastic week. Happy New Year, everybody. Dr. Dick signing off.